Welcome back to Bets and Regrets, where the parlays are cooked, the bankroll is bleeding, and the confidence is still completely unjustified. This week we've got the Knicks heading back to the Garden up 2-0 in the NBA Finals, and the Golden Knights take a 2-1 lead in the Stanley Cup Final after an electric Game 3. Also, the World Cup kicks off, and the NFL offseason chaos keeps rolling. Plus, we're breaking down every fight of the stacked UFC Freedom 250 card, and we're going to talk casino strategies for the weekend. Also, handing out dogs of the week and giving you weekly locks that are either free money or future regret. Let's get into it. I'm Brogan,
Sean.
And I'm Nick.
and I've got plenty of regrets, boys. Listen, what a week for sports this last week was. We got the NBA Finals kicking off, NHL Stanley Cup Finals going on, the Memorial, UFC Fight Night, MLB. And it's only going to get better this upcoming week. But to get there, I have to kind of swallow my pride and swallow some Wisconsin vodka here. Um,
Hey.
because I went 2-2 last week, and I fucked up the parlay of the week, and I fucked up the parlay of the week twice actually. So my two hits were Knicks in Game 1. That one looked rough when Brunson went out with a knee injury for a little bit, but he came back, and the Knicks got it done in Game 1. They also got it done in Game 2. And then my second one was Jack Eichel to have over 2.5 shots in Game 1. I'm pretty sure he had 3, so shout out Jack Eichel for getting that done for me. Rory McIlroy did not finish top 10 like we all predicted. He finished tied for 12th, and he had a putt on Sunday that like lipped out that would have put him tied for 10th. So that's unfortunate. And Bilal Muhammad is washed, and I mean, I should be taken out back behind the woodshed for betting on him because, man, he just got his fucking ass destroyed by Gabriel Bonfim. I'm going to say it now, and this might be a stretch. Bonfim's going to be the welterweight title holder at some point in the future. He just looked mean in there. And yeah, I think he's a dog. So I'm going to pour up, I think, 4 shots here because I double fucked up the parlay of the week, and then I also have just 2 that didn't hit. So I don't know. I might just finish this whole fucking thing. So
All right.
I'm gonna be here for a little
I'll
bit.
go next because I got multiple shots coming down my way. I do think though, yeah, Brogan, you may need to be psychologically evaluated for putting any kind of trust in Bilal, even though he was the favorite going into that, but that's all right.
It was
Um,
so stupid.
so I went 2-2 this week. The Rory one did not hit. He finished what, like 12th? It is what it is. The Barawuski and Zaim parlay didn't hit. Barawuski, he did what he does and knocked out a Tafa brother. Again, my strategy is foolproof as long as there is a Tafa brother still on the UFC roster. Fade them every time. They are not overrated. I would just say not good. So that was pretty easy. But unfortunately, Faraz Zayam, he got worked by, what the hell is his name? It's the most American Australian name ever. Tom Nolan. So yeah, Tom Nolan won in unanimous decision. So that fucked that one up. And then I had the Allen money line parlayed with the Bilal match to go over 3.5 rounds. Look, we all knew that thing was going to decision once Bilal's name was on the or on the card. I mean,
Brogan.
all he does, unless you got Sean Brady being a glass jaw, he's the only knocked him out, which is ridiculous because he's like a top 4 or top 5, top 6 in the UFC at welterweight. But that's a story for another day. So that one didn't hit. Some of them that did hit, or that one hit. Sorry. And then the parlay of the week, I'm rambling again. Spurs first quarter money line. I think they outscored them. It was like 29-17, and then the Knicks came all the way back, stormed all the way back, and won the game. So I think you could have got that at like 6-1 or 8-1 or something like that. Spurs win the first quarter or first half, and then Knicks to win the game. But I was too big of a chicken to do that. So I got 2 shots for my usual, and then because we all missed on the parlay of the week, 3 shots coming up of the Estrella tequila. still here, folks. Still here. And this thing's going to be a lot lighter when I'm done with it. Here we go.
All right.
Can I just say something quick?
Yeah, you may.
Wisconsin vodka sucks, and we should leave it to the Russians.
Okay. I am making some quick adjustments here because I forgot to change these couple of things. Oh my god, and now it's fixed. Okay. So I went 3-1 on the week. The only thing I fucked up on was the McIlroy top 10 finish. I feel a little bit of responsibility for this one because I put all of
You should have had to take all our shots.
I put all of my boys on it. Okay, I put all of my boys on it. I thought, with how well he's been doing, that would have carried over to this tournament. Brogan brought up some great points on why he wouldn't. So obviously he didn't, which fucking sucks. So then going into the NHL Knights Hurricanes game, over 5.5 points. Last game, fucking banger. The Hurricanes gave up like a 4-goal lead. They were up by 4 goals and then just pissed it down their fucking legs and went to double overtime to lose to the Knights. So good job, Knights. I don't see that happening really again. That's for a team.
No, the Knights were up 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
The Knights were up 4-0?
The Knights were up 4-0, and then the Hurricanes.
It was an incredible
Hurricanes scored
comeback by the
3
Hurricanes.
My bad.
in 39 seconds. It was unreal.
My bad. So, from that doesn't comebacks like that aren't super consistent, when it comes to professional sports, once you get down to amateur and all that, you can have these massive comebacks. That is very much like an out of this world comeback for them to be able to do that. So thankfully, we got our fucking points in, so that was awesome. I don't see that really happening again, especially in the championship, for the fucking Stanley Cup. I don't see that happening again. Jackie Young, I honestly didn't even check up on how many points she actually did score.
Yes.
Did she put up any fucking thing?
Was it 16.5? Probably 17.
No, she put up 16 because he had the under. She put up 16.
She was super inconsistent with her scoring and whatnot, and so I'm like, dude, there's no way. So hit that bang, and then we doubled down on the Knights Hurricanes line at 5.5. So last week could have been a really cool week. Genuinely, I was so tempted to go put down some big money on those bets last week, but a little birdie in my head was like, don't do it.
You're going to tell that little birdie to get fucked.
Right. Save it for this
coming weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah. This weekend we'll be placing some haphazard bets, but so we end up going 3-1, and so I'll have to take 2 shots because I fucked up on McIlroy twice. Mm-hmm. So I was gonna drink a beer. Would you? Okay.
You had a whole week to get liquor.
I do have liquor, but I have a Sunny D. I have a Sunny D vodka seltzer. Can I just fucking pound this thing and call it good? Can I just drink the entire seltzer, or do you want me to go take some shots of Captain Morgan real quick?
I'll mainline some Captain too. do a 1 and 1. We'll allow
it. Fuck that. Which one do you want? I'll leave
the more booze. So give me the liquor.
You fucking bitch! All right, I gotta go grab it.
All right. Well, let's fill some dead time here, I guess.
For the video listeners, you can get a nice view of Nick's apartment.
Yep.
What do you think that is? Like 800 square feet?
I'm gonna say 726. I guess.
Let's see.
Sean, what's your guess?
Nice wooden floor. I'm gonna say, what did you say? 726.
Yep.
I'm gonna price this right, yeah. I'm gonna go 765. Nick, what's your square footage for your apartment?
Yeah. How many square feet you got?
How many? Okay, so that's you guys' bets. I'll get back to you on that. Give me 2 seconds. I have to do a slight bit of research. I forget how much my square footage is.
We'll have our stats department check that up, and we'll get back to that at some point in this episode. All right.
Fucking dicks.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to fill this with anymore, so I'm just gonna move us on to the NBA Finals. yeah, NBA Finals. Knicks are up 2-0 as we are recording this. The Spurs were down 14 in the fourth quarter. I believe it was tied with like 20 seconds left or so, and then Wemby has a turnover on a fast break, or the start of a fast break, and then the Knicks pull out game 2 in San Antonio. I want to believe in the Spurs because I believed in them to win the West, but is there any hope left, Sean, in your opinion? Because, I mean, it seems like they're on life support heading back to the Garden.
Well, that's what I was telling you before before we went live here, that it's happened before where, like, in these playoff series, teams just keep winning the away games, and then suddenly it's game 6 or game 7, and neither home team has won. So I think it's completely possible. I think this is the most ruckus that the Garden, even though I believe it's pretty overrated still. I don't know. I might get drunk. It might be like it might be a game 4 or something. I'm like, God damn, this place is amazing. I mean, I don't know how they keep adding seats like courtside, and they're all like A-list celebrities. So that's pretty awesome to see. I mean, you get Fat Joe on the sideline just taking video calls and shit when the Knicks playoff games are going, and you can just see him on the court. So that's pretty cool. Either you guys see the fan that ran on and took a selfie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, what
he's-
are we doing? What are we doing?
that's ridiculous. But yeah, even game 1, it should have been. Both these games are as razor close, like razor thin margin as possible, right? I think it was Knicks were up, and then the Spurs went on like a 7-0 run for game 1 and took the lead, or like were up by 2 or 3 points, and then it's just a game of runs, right? So we knew that the Knicks were going to eventually figure it out, and they weren't going to be cold the last minute and a half of the game. But it's just going to be who can respond after one of these kind of almost finishing blows. And right now, the Knicks have answered the call. They're still a fun team. I mean, they've won me money this postseason, so I can't hate on them. I absolutely love it. Jalen Brunson's cooking. Glad that knee injury was not as serious as everybody initially thought. Because if he's out, I mean, this thing is over. It'd be Spurs and at this point 6. But I mean, I like shit that rhymes. I like shit that sounds nice. So Knicks and 6, I can get behind. I really hope it's not 4, given the ramifications that could have on my bachelor party coming up this Saturday. So I hope we at least get a game 5.
Nick,
You guys were taking bets on how large my apartment is, right?
per
Yeah.
chance, per maybe.
Are we doing Price is Right rules, or what kind of rules are we doing?
Just closest, I think. So, I mean, Price is Right is like you
Closest
can't.
without going over.
Okay. Sean?
I think, what did I say? 265 or 275?
For
Uh,
square
270.
footage?
765 or
Yeah, so you said 760 something, I think.
okay, so 765 then. Yeah.
Okay, Bergen?
I said 726.
Wow, it's 600. And yet I pay almost $1,200 a month to live here.
You're paying $2 a square foot.
That's the
Buddy, you're getting ripped off.
that's the only apartments they had in the area.
Oh man, you got to come down to Madison. I mean, it's not much better, but I mean, at least there's more shit to do. Not in the fucking Northwoods hanging out with a hodag.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I know.
What the fuck, dude?
I know.
Okay, so getting back to the NBA Finals, is there any, like, can Wemby will this team to winning the game? I thought with the way they reacted after winning the West that the Spurs might be like a team of destiny this year. Turns out the real team of destiny is Cat winning it for his mom. Rest in peace. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like spoiler alert, might be locking Knicks money line in Game 3 because I don't see any chance in the world that they don't win their first NBA Finals game at the Garden, Madison Square Garden, in a long time.
Like I said at the beginning before this playoffs had started, like I didn't have necessarily. I was just going to be a very happy spectator for whoever wins this. It's been a joy to watch this Knicks team crush every opponent that they've faced so far after the first two games. This is the so this is the first 2-0 lead that the Knicks have ever had in an NBA Finals, and this is the I can't remember what I think is like tied for the fifth or sixth longest winning streak in the postseason, because obviously they rattled off the two against the Hawks and then they swept the rest of the East on the way. So what is this now? 12 wins in a row?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy. I mean, their point differential is off the chart. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, talking about insane though, we could also talk about Lord Stanley's Cup, the Stanley Cup Finals, and man, what a start to the Stanley Cup Finals. I am somebody who totally pays attention to hockey in the playoffs. I think as a lot of potential hockey fans are outside of the diehards. Um, every game of the Stanley Cup Final has been absolutely electric, and back-to-back games going to OT. We got dudes taking 90-mile-an-hour slap shots to the face and then playing the next game. Nick, I mean, I know this is kind of your forte for us here on the pod. Do you have anything else you want to add about the Stanley Cup Final and how insane it's been?
No, it's just good puck. I mean, it's exactly what you think it would be, and this is why we watch good old hockey. I mean, like, it's fun, and shit just fucking. It feels like when it rains, it pours in hockey. You know, each team both went on like a four.
Yeah, 4-0 run.
Yeah, 4-0 run. Each team went on a 4-0 run. So there's a lot of momentum in it. And when you're watching the games, you can actually like really feel that through the TV on how momentum really affects these players and the outcomes and like how they actually go about the game. So it's really fun. And if I could fucking afford to go to one of these games, I would love to go to one of these games. They look electric on the ice. I think it would be incredible. So I don't know. I'm just watching. You know, I'm a very fair weather fan, and so I just like watching good ball. You know, there wasn't a team that I grew up with. I mean, I know I kind of adopted the Hurricanes, and it's kind of, you know, I had a buddy who lives in New England, or no, not New England, who lives in England, who became a Patriots fan just because the Patriots are winning. You know. So I kind of feel like that with the Hurricanes, but I promise you that's not how it started. But I mean, what the series is 1-2. The Hurricanes are down.
As close as it can be after 3.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be really good. I didn't think that the Hurricanes would have dropped 2, but they did, and it shows that they're human. So I wonder if Vegas can, you know, sniff out that blood and really like gnaw down on their neck, you know, and make sure the Hurricanes stay down. Because if the Hurricanes get back up, I mean, and they get a 1 or 2 game, you know, streak, you know, getting a 2-game streak going on here, like I was just talking about the momentum, I could easily see the Hurricanes just then winning out. So Vegas really has to do their best to ensure this next game goes their way. Because if this next game goes their way, then odds are, I mean, obviously the series would be 3-1, but like that would kill all of the Hurricanes' momentum and all the Hurricanes, you know, all their ambition. So it's gonna be a lot of good puck to watch. If you're not watching it, I would highly suggest watching it.
I concur.
Have you been to a hockey game, like
Yeah,
semi-professional or otherwise?
yeah. It was really, it was really great. I did it through the military. This was this was when I was fresh in, and just got done with basic, and then they got like a bunch of free like hockey tickets. So we went, and it was like semi-pro. So like there was fucking fists being thrown and shit like that, and it was awesome.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, dude, it was pretty great. Yeah.
One of my favorite videos revolved to youth. Sorry, Brogan.
No, you're
youth
good.
hockey. It's just like 4 or 5-year-old kid. He's like chesting up with somebody and like skating around. The one other kid's just oblivious, has no idea. One kid, just Pee-wee, just drops the gloves professionally. The parents are dying. It's an amazing video.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, Fist might be throwing we might be throwing fists on this next topic. Maybe not us here, us three, but definitely people on social media have been. Going to the NFL, Christian Watson gets a massive extension. What was it, like 4 years, 111 million or something?
Something around that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's hilarious too because in the last pod, this very pod, we were talking about Christian Watson's over under going to the next season and how the most yards he's had in a season is like 660 or something. Um, and now he gets this massive deal. Since we are a non-neutral podcast when it comes to the NFL and do share our support for the Packers, how do each of
There
you
you go,
feel about
baby.
this? Because I don't feel great, to be honest. I don't feel
No,
great.
Nick, I'm going to go first just because I know this is going to be, you've been stewing on this one for a minute. I saw the meme where it's like every wide receiver that's signed a $100 million extension, like, obviously, yes. Or I can't remember. It was like a yes or no question asking, like, oh, did you have 1,000+ receiving yards at any point in your career, or a single season? Like, obviously, yeah. I just got paid 100+ million. Christian Watson, what are you talking about? So it's not great. I mean, again, the dude's got glass bones, and I've seen it so many times before. Where if you can't stay healthy, you can't stay healthy. The best ability is availability, and frankly, he don't got it. When he's there, he's electric. I've seen what he can do firsthand. 3 touchdowns in a game against the Cowboys in the stadium. He was back flipping, front flipping, all the flips into the end zones. It was incredible. But unfortunately, that's only him about 35% of the time. So he's a great, like, he makes the safeties play back, which is great for how we do shit, kind of the West Coast offense of like over across the middle, 4 or 5 yards in a cloud of dust, whatever. But it's just not great. I don't know. I think that we could have. I like the draft pick initially when we got him, absolutely. But the dude can't stay on the field, so I think that we should have probably kept Dobbs or Nick's boy Wicks and cut our losses with him because I don't know how he's going to be successful in the league if he can't stay on the field.
Yeah, I agree with Sean on a lot of these points. Is he's just can't stay healthy. Um, I definitely think we overpaid. Don't get me wrong. I do like Christian Watson. I do think that he can be a game changer. Sean kind of alluded to how he manipulates the defense. He's the only receiver that we've had since Jordy Nelson that was like a true deep threat. Like Davante Adams, yeah, he wasn't a speedy guy that could get by people, right? Christian Watson is that guy who can actually like make plays. Do I like him for 110 million or something like that? So it was for over 100 something million for 4 years. I think that puts him like right around the mid-teens for like wide receiver contracts. Yeah, I think like in terms of total money, I think that puts him around the mid-teens. I want to say like 14-ish. I do think that is an overpay. I think we could have probably paid him like $20-ish million less, and we would have still got him. There's no other team that would have been probably more than willing to pay him, $90 million. I do think we slightly overpaid. Well, we did overpay. Do I hate it? Do I hate it? Probably not. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Could we have done better? For sure. I would just like to see him stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy, the big if man, big if he can stay healthy, yeah, he'll break 1,000 yards. But if he doesn't stay healthy, well then what the fuck are we paying him for? So it's like,
And the ACL, like, that's completely understandable. Yeah, that could go at any moment for any
they did
athlete
fix his hamstring
entering
though.
his prime.
They did
Fix his hammy, and as someone that suffers from acute hamstring tightness, I'm a sympathizer as much as I can. But again, I just had to look it up because I forgot his name. The only other person that I have referenced as glass bones as much as Christian Watson is NFL tight end that played for then, at the time, Washington Redskins. Do you remember the name? Jordan Reed at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucker was really good. Unfortunately, he could not stay on the field and play. His seasons would get cut year after year. The one year that he did have, where the spike in the season, about 950 yards, 11 touchdowns. So, like, if that's a ceiling, which would be the pinnacle of Watson's career thus far in the NFL, because he hasn't had a 700-yard receiving year yet, Nick, right? We talked about that last week.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. When we were
Yeah.
looking at it, we were like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah. So, like, I think he could, if he's healthy, have 1,000 yards.
I
But
don't doubt it if he's
there's
healthy.
also a lot of mouths to feed in that Packers locker room. And, like, I hated when we had Wicks and Dobbs and everybody. Like, there's a lot of people that Love likes to distribute the ball to. He's not necessarily glued to, oh, this guy's my security blanket, I'm going to throw to him to get out of a situation or get out of a slump. Like, he'll throw the ball wherever. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Which is like completely different from Jordan Love's like beginning of his career. If you guys remember, like when Jordan Love like subbed in for Rodgers whenever Rodgers got hurt, he couldn't, whatever. He would just stare down Devontae Adams. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like I'd throw
to K in quadruple coverage. Yeah.
I specifically remember when Jordan Love, or when the GOAT faced off against Patrick Mahomes, and Jordan Love just stared down Devontae Adams. Like I think Devontae Adams had over 100 yards and like 14 catches or some shit like that. Like Jordan Love fed Devontae Adams the ball. So I do like how he does look at other options rather than just his quote unquote number one.
I mean, that's just the development of him in the league, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100. Yeah, that's not a knock on anybody. I'm just saying it's awesome to see him develop like that. But yeah, I don't know. I like Christian Watson. I want him on the Packers. I do think that we paid $20 to $30 million, a little bit too much for him.
Can we win a Super Bowl with Watson as our quote unquote number one receiver?
Okay.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
If Watson's healthy, I don't see why not.
So
Okay.
I've been pretty silent in this conversation. I've been letting you guys get it out. I just want to give my 2 cents, which nobody cares
Absolutely.
about.
That's why we're on this podcast.
Right. Part of me wants to be the glass half full guy, and like when Watson shows up in games, it's fucking insane. Like the Bears last year, right? Like he had that play, that crossing play where he like fell down, got up and like ran it in for a touchdown, I think too. Like when he takes over games, I don't know if he takes over games, but when he has plays, they're big plays. And I think I'm stealing this from an ESPN article, but from weeks 8 to 18 last year, Watson led the NFL with a 17.5 yard average per catch. So like,
Ew.
that's who this guy is, right? Like when he gets the ball, it's a big play. The problem I have though is you give this much money to a guy that is totally dependent on big plays. Like, so that's where Sean, like you asked the question, can we win a Super Bowl with him as our wide receiver? I think yes, because he might have the play that wins the Super Bowl for you. But
That's true.
on the same token, when it's 4th and 6 and you need a guy to make a catch to get a first down,
Matthew Golden.
Well, right, but like, do you think that ball is going to
Reed,
Christian
baby.
Watson? Like, probably not.
I get it. Yeah.
Like, back when we had.
To be fair, though, what is it, 4th and whatever, the last play for our season against the Bears, he did attempt to hit Watson on that, like, disgusting, what was it, like a deep post and barely missed threading the needle.
Yeah.
So, like, he'll look for him. I mean, again, that's what to your point, Brogan, the big play possibility is there. But yeah,
he's just he's 6'4" and he is fast as fuck. So like, I mean, he has all the physical attributes, like the what if man, right? He has all the physical attributes. So like I think he is one of the receivers in the league that genuinely manipulates a defense, right? You can't play single high against Christian Watson. You can't leave him one-on-one. He needs safety help every time. So to me, he is a true number one because he manipulates the defense so much. It's just staying fucking healthy. He
Yep.
he has everything. He just needs his bones to not fucking
Well,
break.
Hmm.
the majority of the time, yeah, when I see him, like, and I just get fucking sad when, like, this has been the last, what, 2, 3 years where I've just seen him, like, jump up, come down, and just, like, lay there motionless, whether it was concussion, hamstring, ACL. I just feel bad for the fucking dude. Like,
Hmm.
obviously, some NFL fans are ruthless, and his dad has been, I'm pretty sure, very vocal about that, and I think sister or wife or whatever. And like, obviously, none of us are. We've all matured to the point of not just being very hateful towards people when they get injured, because obviously it's not their fucking fault. But it's just not a great look when NFL fans are like talking shit to you when you're getting carted off the field. So it's never. I don't know. I hope if he can stay healthy, and again, if he can't, not necessarily not his fault, but we just hope he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, at
Hmm.
the end of the day, he has played double-digit games in 3 out of his 4 seasons. So
It's a great
he does
sign.
have the glass bones narrative, which I think is warranted. However, it's not like he's missing entire seasons outside of, I believe,
That's
when he
true.
tore his ACL. So assuming he can stay away from the injury bug, I do like it because I think he expands the offense that the Packers can operate with. Obviously, when you have that threat, but I don't know, man. Something just feels bad about spending that kind of cash on a guy who's not like 100% go to, like Devonte
I'm putting
Adams used to
on
be.
I'm putting on the DK hat, Brogan. You have a $25 free play, free chip that you can put on any receivers over. Are you touching Christian Watson's or no?
Ooh. Ooh.
Matthew Golden.
You're putting on in golden. Offensive player of the year, 300 to 1. All right.
Matthew
Just
Golden.
putting
I
that
mean,
out there.
yeah.
Dude, I I'm not even gonna get on the Matthew Golden rant, but
Well, so here's the thing: is like Watson's frustrating because if he catches fucking 2 deep balls in a game, sure he has 80 yards or 100 yards, but
He'll
if he
have like one
drop
for 30.
right, if he drops it or Love overthrows it or he gets fucking taken out by Brian Dawkins across the middle, like you're getting no
I think we're
yards
gonna
from
have to
him.
worry about that.
So I don't know. Yeah, that would. I mean, it's tempting. Like we looked at it right, and I think his line. I can check
I think it was
quick, but I think it was
750.
right. And like based on what he's done so far, he's never even eclipsed 700.
Yep.
But it feels like he should. Like I don't know. So, anyways, no, I think if you do get that from DK, there's probably a better value out there than Christian Watson. But according to the Packers front office, he's worth every penny. So. All right, and then since Sean had to leave quickly, we can head to the next topic that I think Nick might have something to talk about. The
No, I was just
Chicago
Bears. Trying to be a good cat owner. I thought my cat was in the room. The automatic feeder went out. I thought she'd just be fiending. Turns out she was here all along.
Nice. The Chicago Bears are moving from Illinois to Indiana. It appears there's been smoke, but it appears there might be some fire now. With like the Illinois government refusing to do anything for the Bears. Um, are the Bears a poverty franchise, Nick?
I truly believe that they are bottom of the barrel franchise. Yes. Dude, watching them explode on Twitter and like watching them like cope their way out of it, like the amount of cope I've been seeing on Twitter is just hilarious. Like they're comparing it to like all the other NFL franchises that live in a different state and then play in a different one. They're comparing to all of those and whatnot. And I'm like, I don't care, just change your name. That's all I want. Like that's all I want. Like there's no reason you guys should be called the Chicago Bears. It'd be like calling the New York Packers. Yeah, the Green Bay the New York Packers are really good.
No, it'd be like the Meadowland Giants or one of the teams plays in New Jersey and is quote unquote
I'm just
from New
taking
York.
it to the fucking extreme here, right? I've seen so much fucking cope. I've seen like a couple of Bears fans go on Twitter and say, "I'll change team. Like I will become a Packers fan if the Bears move." And it's just so fucking funny. I hope that they move so I can just sit on Twitter all day and just make fun of these fucking bums and whatnot.
Oh
But
yeah, you're gonna make your money then.
dude, it's just
We're
so
gonna get monetized when that happens.
it's just so funny because it's just like not even the Illinois government believes in crying Caleb Williams. They all saw last year as a flash in the pan and were like, he made 7 fourth quarter comebacks last year. The statistical probability of him doing that, again is 0. Which means that if those games go 50-50, or if they lose a majority of those games, like the NFL average, well, shit, now they're not even making the playoffs. So get this fucking bum ass out of my state. That's how
I think they're
believe.
going to definitely regress more towards the mean, but that shit
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pisses me off as a fan of the NFL. I mean, I believe was it Stan Kroenke? I know he's with the Chargers, but does he also have a say in the Rams where he moved him from St. Louis, which now they have the Battle Hawks, which are not necessarily the Battle Hawks. They're the some other bird, I think, in the UFL.
I couldn't
I
tell
don't
you.
know. But anyway, yeah, I moved them from St. Louis to LA, which I get that financially, it's probably a lot better. But I don't like that. You tear the heart out of a franchise. It loses a lot of personality.
Especially the Bears.
It's where like
The Bears, man. They've been
yeah,
there
and
for
so
100
like so much of that
years.
shit, like obviously it's never 50-50 at an NFL stadium. Like it's probably whatever it is, especially divisional rivalries, it's probably closer to like 80-20 or 75-25, but you're losing a lot of Packer fans that come down or vice versa. You're making it a little bit not necessarily
It's like
farther
30.
for
It's like
the
30 minutes, man. It's really not a big deal, to be honest.
it's still
I
it's
think the big deal
I don't
though
know.
is like what Sean's trying to say is if you're the Chicago Bears, how do you not have a downtown stadium?
Yeah,
Like
Well,
yeah.
they do, and it's a dump. And I don't know how you can't, as an owner, if you're gonna like stay there, say, okay, I'm gonna foot the bill. I forget her name. I think it's a her, or maybe I think the Lions are the owner. I don't know. I've been drinking tequila. I'm still drinking a little bit of tequila. Sipping now.
I
An
know the
additional
I
shot
know
for
the
what I'm gonna
Bears
have to take next week.
organization wanted to stay in Chicago. I know the Bears
Well,
wanted to stay in Chicago, but the Illinois government
I
said
I don't
we don't want
understand
crying
how
Caleb
it
here anymore.
I don't understand how the renovations for a stadium to make it a little bit better for fans or whatever the experience is. I don't know if the lease didn't run out, right? Like
No,
I don't
it doesn't.
understand why they're moving.
I think probably it's because the Bears wanted the government to pay for a chunk of change for the renovations, and they were
See,
probably
and
going
that's the
to.
shit. If you can't, as an owner, that's what the biggest problem I have with some of these MLB baseball teams that are moving around and doing whatever. If you can't foot some of the bill, and like obviously as the Brewers, it barely passed to get then Miller Park, and the governor or the senator that signed it ended up losing in the next election. Whatever, but like in the long run, I don't know how as a fan. Obviously, you're going to be pissed about the taxes, pissed about paying for it, but like it helps support the economy for the state. So I
Yeah,
don't understand how you can't be behind that.
I saw something that it was like the Bears being in Chicago generates like an extra like $200 million a year for the
Yeah.
Chicago for Chicago. Like, okay, all trolling aside, like it's horrible that the Bears are moving. They're such a storied franchise. Like, if it was the Texans moving, who gives a fuck? The Texans have been a team for fucking 30 years, right? Who cares?
Well, even just as a general sports fan, like a decade and a half ago when the Bucks were fucking terrible and there were legit talks about selling the team, and then fortunately Giannis came along and saved us. Like the Milwaukee was gonna lose $100 million a year with the Bucks not being there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
that's Milwaukee's not like we had one championship in the 70s with Kareem. Like we were going to lose that much money just from a all right sports team. So I don't know. I just find it dumb. Like
it's
the owners got to figure their shit out. Like
So this also
I
comes back to the doesn't come back, but I saw another number on the Wisconsin Badgers football team on how bad they've been, and if they continue to be that bad, they're going to lose the state of Wisconsin like $1 billion, like over like I think it was like 7 years or something like that. Like that's how much
well,
money
you have
these teams generate for being good or
yeah.
just for being there.
Yeah, because you have extremely wealthy alums that like to donate to that shit, and like going to Camp Randall, especially, it's an experience. I mean, Brogan and you've been there, Nick. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I've
can all
been there.
attest. Like I love going there. It's a fun time. It's some cheap tickets. Now they start selling beer. It's an even better time. So it's a good time.
Yeah,
But
but
going to any professional or collegiate event is a good time. So I don't understand why these owners are having like, it's a business. I need to get 2.5% more money than I already am making. Like, it's fuck off.
well, it's unfortunate because a lot of these teams, I don't think they're most of these teams aren't owned outright. They're owned by groups of individuals. And so
Yeah.
like that 2.5%, people will fucking bicker over that 2.5% because that 2.5% isn't just, couple thousand, tens of thousands, hundreds of
No,
thousands. That
no,
comes
it's
down to
hundreds of millions of
millions.
dollars. Yeah. Yeah, but again, it just comes down to like the brass tacks of it is the rich keep getting richer, and it really fucks the common fan, and it's just not right. Oh, any claps, love it.
Yeah, I agree. Mr. Bear?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I think it's stupid that you can be a Chicago NFL team and not be in Chicago. Like, and I mean like downtown Chicago. Like I don't know. A city like Chicago deserves to have the NFL. And like, I don't know, I get Soldier Field as a dump. I've never been there. I hear it needs renovations and stuff, but like you are a classic NFL franchise and you're not gonna keep playing like where you've played forever. I can understand that, but to just move and to move to a different state. I mean, I get Indiana's right there, so it's not like they're moving far. But like, how can you be the Chicago Bears and be in a different state? Now you could say the same shit about the New York Giants being in fucking New Jersey, and how can they be New York? But like, I don't know. It's just this is fucking stupid.
Like moving the Cubs to Naperville. Like it just
Right.
doesn't seem right.
It just doesn't feel right. Like I don't
No.
know.
Yeah.
No, and also like if you take away what is it? West of New York and east of LA, what is the biggest market for just in general for sports? You would think Chicago, right?
Hmm.
No,
Like I don't
Florida.
know how they can't.
Or
Well,
Texas.
depends on what part of the panhandle. But I no, I would still say Chicago. I mean, I get they have oil money down in Texas, but I would still say Chicago.
I would say Chicago's up there. I would
I think
definitely,
it's like typically when you think Chicago, it's like third, maybe fourth biggest market in sports. Doesn't matter the sport.
yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
I just don't understand how they're not footing the bill for this. It's
I
insanity
know.
to me. I don't
What?
even like them. I don't like them.
Yeah. And I don't know the whole backstory. Like I haven't been too tuned into it, but I assume it was a situation of the Bears ownership expected the fucking Illinois government to blink and just give them whatever they wanted because of the Chicago Bears, and then Illinois government's like, we don't give a fuck. Like do whatever you gotta do. So now the Bears are like kind of forced to go to Indiana because they
Yeah.
tried to play fucking hardball and it
And they
blew up in
lost.
their
Better than
face.
Gary
So-
though. Better than Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
So-
I
that's
would be calling them
exactly
the
what
Gare Bears for the next century. But
I think I'm gonna call them that anyways.
yeah, Indiana Gare Bears.
Then you get rid of the Chicago in their name. That's all I want. That's all I want. Not even the
Bear
Simple man.
down, Indiana Bears. Great ring to it. Great ring.
All right. Well, talking about great rings, there might be some good fucking rings
Whoop.
this coming weekend. Guys getting their bells rung.
Ring
in
girls,
Well, no girls. UFC.
No
250,
women
Freedom
allowed
250.
here.
No, I'm saying ring girls.
Oh yeah. Ring girls. There will hopefully be some ring girls in attendance. UFC Freedom 250 is on Sunday, June 14th. Not Saturday, June 13th. I got fucking caught by this right before the pod. I'm glad I paid attention. Just used to
Oh,
UFC
with your pants
being on
down
Saturdays.
moments before.
Yep. So make sure you're ready to go on Sunday, June 14th, because I would have been fucking ready, popcorn and everything, Saturday, and been just let down. So,
Brother, you'd be waiting.
I'm still let down.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm bummed out. Unfortunately, that falls on Donald Trump's birthday.
So,
God, it's
Sean,
not like a Wednesday.
I know you've done some research here. Do you should we go fight by fight and give
Yeah,
the
fight by
people?
fight for the openers to all the way up to the close or all the way up to the finishers for the title fights. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. Well, for those who are unaware of UFC Freedom 250, you probably are living under a rock. But there's 7 fights, I believe, right? 7 fights? 1, 2, 3,
Yep,
4, 5,
correct.
6, 7. And they're all on the main card. There is no prelims or early prelims for this because they're all just big dog fights. Gonna be outside on the White House lawn. Hopefully there's no storms or anything, and hopefully it's not too warm.
Yeah. Well, so that's what I think I saw earlier. Sean O'Malley was on a podcast either last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. Doesn't matter. But he was saying he's like, no, man, we haven't been told like the times, anything, because he's thinking that they may change it up if there's like weather and everything. Obviously, because it's not in a dome, so. That would be some more gladiator shit if you're just fighting in the rain. That'd be fucking
That would
sick.
be.
Mhm.
So
But like,
I kind of hope that happens.
if somebody slips on the water, I like, and you lose the fight because of it, and you get your fucking face broken because you slip on the water. I mean,
Well,
I'd be a
that's
little
the
bit
difference
pissed.
between. I mean, they got squeegees and everything. Like, I think they'd be fine
You
there.
just said
but
in the rain, which means actively raining.
I'm not
which means
thinking-
they're
yeah.
not gonna have squeegees out there while they're fighting.
yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like Lethal Weapon end of movie. Like, drown them.
Well, yeah,
No.
I know, but like a little bit of water on that surface can easily make you slip. I mean, true.
Yeah.
It would be super cool to watch, but like as like
It'd
a
be
fight,
bad. It would be as a viewing experience. That'd be
viewing-
amazing. The
yes.
lights are going to be on.
Yes.
It's going to be incredible.
But
Yeah. No,
as
I
a
think-
fighter, that would be horrible.
Oh, as a fighter, conditions would be terrible. Yes, but also you're fucking. I mean, some of these guys are red-blooded Americans, so they're going to be ready to go. Some of them
Yep.
are not. It doesn't matter. I did see. So I've been told that they are going to be walking out of the Oval Office, which I hope that there's just a camera on them
That
from the
would be
time that they leave
coolest thing ever.
all the way. That's what I've been told. That is what I've. Again, this is all hearsay. I have zero idea if this is true, but it's going to be amazing. And again, I can't wait until I'm 50, 60, like 80, 90, senile as shit, and I get to tell just anybody that's listening, any of these younger generations, that I witnessed that, because that shit will be in the history books. Like it or not, if you're not a UFC fan, just some Teddy Roosevelt shit. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm here for it. Cannot wait.
All right. Well, yeah, I cannot wait either. Like I said, I was all ready to be starting this a day early. The guys who are going to lead this thing off and test the elements first, Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. We got one American kicking it off here in Steve Garcia. And Diego Lopez coming off that loss to Volkanovski down under back in January, I believe. This one's pretty close in the betting lines. It's not a straight coin flip by any means, but Lopez is the slight favorite. Minus 162 on the green book currently, and Garcia is the dog at plus 136. Sean, I assume you're going to be back at Lopez in this fight, but does Garcia have a chance?
So I have been since about UFC 300 or maybe before that. I've just been championing Diego Lopez. It's my rat-tailed king. I love watching this guy fight. He's scrappy as hell. And yeah, he's 3-2 in his last 5, and his only 2 losses have been to Volky Bear, and one of them was in Australia. So I mean, obviously you knew that he wasn't going to win that one. But he's been working on his grappling at OSU recently, and yeah, I think if I had to give a lean, I would say Lopez by decision. But Steve Garcia is no joke, so he's been like 5-0 in his last 5 fights. He's on a 7-fight win streak, 6 of which have been finished by the TKO, and his KO power's pretty decent, and then KO power's there obviously, and then his grappling's pretty decent. So I think it's going to be a solid fight. Lopez just might have been not necessarily ready, and when it came to the title fight from Volk, it was just a little. I just wasn't his time. I mean, he looked tired, especially in that first round. He just didn't quite know what to do. And Volk retained the title, his second fight, pretty convincingly. So the lights might have been too big or too bright, you could say, and especially with this card, you could definitely make the case for Steve Garcia because the lights are going to be the brightest it's been in a very long time, or possibly the brightest it's ever been in the history of the UFC. You can make the case for this card. But ultimately, I think Lopez gets the job done by either unanimous or split decision, if I had to pick a side there.
Yeah, no, I like decision. I think in this one, I mean, Steve Garcia is a little bit scarier than I initially thought. When this fight was first made, I thought this was kind of like a freebie for Diego Lopez. But I mean, I think Garcia will give Lopez some trouble. At the end of the day, I kind of think as long as your last name's not Volkanovski, Lopez will be able to figure you out. So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting. It'll be a fun start to the night if Steve Garcia can get the Americans off to a hot start. They're going to need it. But yeah, I mean, I think it should be actually a good fight to start this card off. Hopefully.
Betting wise, I think Lopez initially was minus 180, so he's there's a little bit of line movement towards Garcia because now Lopez is minus 162. I think I just saw before we started filming or recording. So I think it should be a good fight. I think it's going to be one of the closer fights of the night. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's move on to the next fight, which may or may not be a close fight. Nick, I guess I kind of stepped over you. Do you have anything you want to bring up on the Lopez and Garcia fight?
No.
Okay. Next one is Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins.
Boring. Boring Bo. That's all.
Not a Bo Nickel fan, huh?
You might say that.
I don't like wrestling.
You watch the last fight?
I don't like wrestling.
You watch the last fight?
I don't like wrestling. I didn't watch his last
Well,
fight. No.
he did not. He won his last fight, and he did not wrestle. He, in fact, ended with a TKO to the face of his opponent for a finish. I was floored. My jaw dropped. Needed a reconstructive surgery, much like his last victim. It was incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think a lot of people's hate with Bo Nickel, right, is the UFC kind of selected him as the next chosen one, and we're hyping him up, putting him on main cards. I mean, he fought at UFC 300, didn't he? Like,
yep.
He's done nothing. RDR put a stop to the hype train, but as Sean said, Bo Nickel came back and got a TKO in his last fight. So not strictly wrestling, and I believe Kyle Dawkins is no slum wrestler either. Now, not as good as Bo Nickel, I don't think. And I mean, maybe not the greatest wrestler, but I think we're going to see Bo Nickel fucking banging a little bit in this fight. I don't know. We're going to see a new and improved Bo Nickel, and I think he's going to win over a lot of fans at UFC Freedom 250.
So I was really impressed with...
We'll see. I'll let you know if he wins me over. I'm skeptical. We'll see.
That's fair. That's completely understandable till he actually does it again. I would recommend watching his last fight, though, Nick, because I know I was shocked and thoroughly entertained, but... Yeah, I mean, we all know what he is. He's a solid grappler. His striking is improving. Each fight by fight, he's getting better. I mean, he fought gatekeeper Paul Craig. He beat him in a decision. Whatever. He got KO'd. He got slept by RDR. But let's be honest, RDR has gotten a lot of people. RDR is phenomenal, and that's why he's going to be fighting on the next UFC number, which we'll be talking about here probably in a week or two, because it's an NFL and UFC podcast, kind of, for being honest.
and
Puck.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're really painting a nice demographic here.
Yeah, dude.
So, but yeah, mostly my notes for Kyle Dawkins is a Bo Nickel 4-1 in his last 5. Kyle Dawkins 5-0. Look out! And my notes on this one is fighting nobody! Exclamation point. He has fought, or his last couple wins were against Gerald Meerhurt and Michael Pereira. not related to any of the Pereiras that are successful in the UFC,
No Chama?
to my knowledge. No Chama, no Chama. And out of those two, two's last fights, they are a combined 2-7 in UFC fights, and the person that he fought before either of those two isn't even on the UFC roster. So he's been, I don't know if he was like relegated to the like a regional circuit or something, but I don't know. It's a very faulty 5-0 in my opinion. Sure, he might have got some like regional belt, but it's not nowhere. It's not anywhere to the caliber that Bo Nickel is. Bo Nickel, if you're a big stonk guy, Bo Nickel this way, Kyle Dawkins this way. So it's an up and down for you that are just audio only on the pod. But yeah, I don't give Doc as much of a chance. I'd say Bo definitely gets it done. It's just a matter of whether it's a decision, whether it's some kind of tap or a TKO. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we see the new and improved Bo Nickel, because if he loses to Kyle Dawkins, that might be it. I mean, it won't be it, but it probably should be it. In my opinion, that doesn't give a shit. Next one, we got a lightweight bout between Marcio Ruffi and the fucking ghost of Michael Chandler. I mean, is Chandler ever gonna fucking give it up, or is he just gonna be fighting until he's like 80?
So not to go full Strickland, but here's the thing about Michael Chandler. Like,
enlighten us, please.
So at some point in this fight, like he's going to be in a position to win this fight at some point, but then it's going to go a complete 180, and there's going to be whatever position he is to win the fight. It's going to then 180 and like -3 times. It's going to be that he's going to lose this fight. If that makes any kind of sense. I'm sorry, I've been drinking tequila for a while now, and this just kind of sipping it. So, having a great time. It's a Sunday fun day. It's 8:30. We're having a great time. But Chandler, he's volatile, you could say. Like I think that there could be a chance where he gets Rufy with something. I mean, the dude's shown that he has immaculate cardio. As for what is he, like 36? Something around there, 35.
He's old as fuck.
Yeah. Which and most people, unless you're Conor McGregor, which I'm thinking, in a couple weeks there, they would say you're over the hill. But whatever I saw him do to Oliveira, granted he was a couple years younger, at UFC 300, where he kept standing up when Du Bronx had him in the chokehold. Like that's just it's burned into my memory. Right before I passed out and bet everything on John Jones and won. Yeah, I think that Chandler's not going to win this, but there could be a split like 3-second window that he has somewhere in this fight, and if he chooses to do anything with it, could flip it. But I see Rufy taking it to him. The rest of the 14 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I agree, but like, I do like how you're saying Chandler's gonna have a point in this fight to try to win. Now, does he do that? Probably not. But I think Marcio Ruffi. Like, listen, I tried to back the ghost of Bilal Muhammad last week. There's no chance I can back the ghost of Michael Chandler this week. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I got to say about it. I mean, I know, obviously, too, that the odds makers of Marcio Ruffi being at minus
750.
Yeah, I mean, he is the largest favorite on this entire card. So, it shouldn't be shocking by any means that that's coming out of my mouth. But I don't know. Michael Chandler got thrown a bone here to be on this card, and it
Michael
might be the last bone he ever gets.
Chandler's 40 years old.
Yeah. That's why I said, is he going to fight
Oh
till he's
my
80?
God!
Well, Sean
I
said
didn't
he was
know he
like
was 40.
35.
I thought he was 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was mid-30s. I didn't know he was 40.
He's 40. He's actually fucking 40.
Is he gonna call out McGregor if he wins?
I mean, probably has to, right? Even if he
What
loses.
the fuck? Yeah, he might lay the gloves down.
Right. Well, he should have like 3 fights ago, but
This might be the last Chandler fight we ever see. Then, holy shit!
I mean, were we thinking that the last time when Patty Pimblett fucking gave it to him? No.
Yeah,
What about
Jesus Christ!
what about
I didn't know that.
what about Oliveira? Like Sean was talking about, where Oliveira's on his back and then he's slamming him down. Oh no. What about Dustin Poirier beating him back in 2022? This dude hasn't won since 2022, and he's 40. What is he doing? Why is he fighting?
Money.
But why does he get the
Yeah,
opportunity?
Well, I don't know how he's not the headliner on like a prelim or something. Like, what are we doing here?
That's what I don't know. I don't get it. We're giving him way too much time. He doesn't deserve it. Michael
Oh
Chandler
yeah,
probably just don't even walk out of the Oval Office. Just
yeah. Don't even let me circle. Let me Sharpie circle the fucking roofie.
Are you saying you want Michael Chandler for president since you don't want him to walk out of the Oval Office?
Sure. I mean, he's basically as old as Trump, so I mean, he could do it.
Jesus, I didn't know he was 40. That's nuts.
Unreal, right? You would never
Besides
guess.
Volkov, how many people have won at the UFC at the age of 40? That's crazy.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because our next fight, we got Josh Hokett versus Derek Lewis. Sean, do you have any idea how old Derek Lewis is?
39.
I know his balls is hot and he's ready.
His balls are. You know how,
He's got to be 42.
he's 41. So,
Oh yeah,
are there
41 years young. Let's go.
any chance Derek Lewis's balls are hot at the White House lawn and he drops his shorts in front of our president?
So the now I don't want to give him the Trump bump, but I kind of got to give him the Trump bump because was it the fight where did he fight not Volkov? It was some Russian that he beat, and they were interviewing him, and he was like, "Yeah, I got a call from President Trump today." He said, "Knock this Russian motherfucker out," or something like that. Like when Donald Trump speaks to him, Derek Lewis listens apparently, and I'm very curious to see what he's going to do in the White House lawn that he hasn't already done on countless arenas. He's fanned opponents that he's knocked out with his shorts that he's taken off. He has lifted up his leg like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant on his opponents that he has knocked out. And I don't know what the hell he's going to do to Josh Hokett when he finishes him within the first round. And it's got to be within the first round. Otherwise, he's not making it out of the first round. Like there will be no round 3. I think under 2.5 is probably a safe bet because we've seen what happens when old boy gets a little tired, and
Yep.
I'm not betting Hokett. I might bet him on like an all favorites card parlay or something. Not gonna feel great about it, but yeah, like Hokett is an athlete, as it pains me to say. Again, he's Macho Man Randy Savage with a learning disability. I feel completely confident saying this, that like the dude's an entertainer. He's a showman. But yeah, has he proven? Who did he just face last?
Cortez
last fight?
Acosta.
Yeah. No, that wasn't Cortez, was it? No.
Wasn't it?
No.
Oh
Lewis
no,
got knocked out.
Curtis Blades. I
mean, Curtis
totally
Blades is no, you're good. Curtis Blades is legit, but there was a you guys know like the grip strength and like the power strength test that the UFC does and shit.
Yeah, I've seen
So-
that. Yeah.
So Francis Ngannou is like God tier, and then it's Derek Lewis, and then it's everybody else. So like Curtis Blades couldn't hold a candle to what even 41-year-old Derek Lewis is doing. So
Mm-hmm.
if he catches him, I don't know. I think Hokett's going night, and it's going to be early. But
Mm-hmm.
again, if it goes out of round one, do whatever you need to do. Live bet Hokett money line because
Mm-hmm.
Lewis ain't doing it.
Yeah. So to speak to your point, Sean, just looking at the numbers here, the total rounds under 1.5 is -215. So the odds makers are totally on track of this thing being a quick fight, which is totally understandable. Kind of like you brought up though, Hokett being -410 is pretty insane because Hokett couldn't knock out Curtis Blades. Which I mean, shout out Curtis Blades for like staying in that fight because he got fucking pieced up by Hokett. But if you can't knock out Curtis Blades, are you keeping Derek Lewis in the fight long enough for Derek Lewis to catch you once, which
Well,
he's proven he can do?
that's what my concern is because if Derek Lewis, like even in the second round, I'd give it to Lewis where he might have that power. If that thing goes I mean, it's a 3-round fight. I keep thinking it's going to be 5,
Yeah,
but if it goes to the third, it's going to be a decision by Hokett because
yeah,
he's got enough quick jab power and everything, and he's an athlete where if it gets muddy and he knows he lost a round, he can probably take you to the ground. I mean, he was a well, I've just, been reading up on this guy a little bit, and he made an NFL roster. Like he was on the team, and he
yeah.
has a wrestling and college football background. So
Hmm.
the dude is an athlete, which I don't know. Hogan by decision could be a nice long shot, but I don't know. We'll see. I really hope Lewis gets the job done because after I was watching Hokett in the press conference, I was not I wasn't happy with whatever performance I saw.
Yeah. Well, did you guys see that Hokett is not going to be at the Freedom 250 press conference as well with Derek Lewis?
Yeah. So I don't know if that was like already pre-planned and because they were late additions. I don't even know what the deal was there.
Hmm. So I don't know. Um, Moving on to another fight that um, could be quick, could last a while. Sean O'Malley versus Aman Zahubi.
The Hebe, I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
O'Malley's also a large favorite here at -440, and I mean, is Sugar Sean going to drop him right away? Is he going to play with his food a little bit? Does Zahibi, who totally sounds Canadian, is he going to make Canada proud? What do you see,
Yeah,
Sean?
Brogan, you are a O'Malley fanboy. I'm
I
gonna let
am.
you go first on this one.
Yeah, listen, if Sean O'Malley comes out to superstar on the White House front lawn, one, I am going to need a change of pants, and two, there is no way Sean O'Malley loses this fight because he is back. He is going to go get that title back, and yeah, I'm an O'Malley fanboy. Have been since the beginning. Totally bought the hype that the UFC gave him after McGregor left. Um, and yeah, I guess I just like his style of he just throws fucking bombs and he catches guys occasionally and has some fucking serious knockouts. Um, and I don't know. I don't love the money value of betting on O'Malley here at -440. Seems like everybody is on O'Malley, which is usually a little scary because if everybody's on one thing, look out for the other thing coming right at you like a train on the tracks. But I mean, this one, how does Zahibi win? I don't know. I don't know.
So I don't know. Zahibi, Sean O'Malley's striking is superb. Like, I mean, we can't deny that. Zahibi is. I don't know what Zahibi is to be honest, because I haven't really watched too much Zahibi. But I mean, he's 14-2. You got to respect it, and he has fought. Oh, unlike Kyle Dawkins, gonna keep throwing shade there. He has fought names like he's fought Marlon Cheetavera. He beat him. He fought Jose Aldo, beat him. Pedro Munoz, Javid Basharat, like those are all relative names at the not middleweight. What is it? Not bantam. Is it bantamweight?
Uh, yeah, bantamweight.
Yeah, like those are all names at bantamweight. Some of them are more placeholders, but some of them are real dogs. And he's been there, done that. So I think this is kind of like stylistically should be good. Should be some dudes throwing some bombs. If he was a grappler, more like Merab, I'd be a lot more concerned. But I think it's going to be just good scrap. I'd like O'Malley by decision or O'Malley by TKO. I think that O'Malley does get it done. Like Brogan was saying, I don't love the price there, but
Mhm.
I do think it's going to be hard for me to definitely going to be drunk. And by that point, what is that? The fifth fight on the docket? Yeah, I'm going to be fucking loaded. And when I hear Superstar coming out, I mean, I'll be
Mhm.
doing a little shimmy and a little hand gesturing. It's going to be a great
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd say give me O'Malley on that one.
well, and I get what you're saying. Of Zahibi has fought some people, but he had a split decision against Cheeto Vera. His last like
Oh, yeah.
4 wins have all been decision based, which I'm not saying. I mean, I get it's bantamweight, but at the same time, like I don't know if it goes to a decision,
Well, if he's strictly striking or like more
right?
striking is his preference, and we've seen like the judges clearly on the last one. I don't know about you because I know you're an O'Malley fanboy more than I am, but I don't think Sean won that last one. I think that it should have been at least a split decision or
Against Song Yadong. Oh
yeah,
no.
Songy Dog's fucking great.
Right, but Sean O'Malley beat him.
I don't think
Look
it
at
should have. I think it should have been a lot closer. I
well,
think it should be investigated.
And I think Aaron
you should
Rodgers
be
should have 5 championships. All right, what's reality, buddy? What's reality, Sean?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Aaron Rodgers having 5 championships isn't left up to judges, Nick.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
No, no. Otherwise, refs could be throwing laundry every play, and we'd say, oh, Tom Brady has 13 of them. Patrick Mahomes, 7. Get in line, guys.
All right. Well, let's get back in line here and get to the first title fight of the evening. It's the interim heavyweight title fight because Tom Aspinall still retains the belt after getting poked in the eye
And he can't see. He's got an eye patch.
by
The Frenchie, Cyril Gahn.
who is fighting Alex Chama Pieta. This one is basically a pick 'em, depending on the book. And I mean, Pieta is also a slight dog in some places, and I mean very slight.
Minus
Um,
105, yep.
so yeah, this one I think I'll go first again, Sean. Like I love Pieta in this one. I love Chama. Pieta doesn't have a belt right now. Right? Like he's just free
Yeah.
floating.
Well,
So
that's what Dana. So you can't have 2 belts at the same
right.
time now. Since I think not McGregor, but there was a different. I forget who the double champ was at one point. But yeah, you have to vacate the title, which I think is
Mhm.
dumb. I think if you're able to cut that much weight or bulk up that much, I can go for it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know, like looking at that aspect of obviously Pieta wants this because he did give up his belt to come fight in heavyweight. And then also just Cyril Gahn, right? Like the heavyweight division has been basically wide open outside of John Jones. And John Jones, obviously, GOAT, and just absolutely destroyed Gahn when they fought a few years ago. But, like, I don't know. Who has Cyril Gahn really beat recently? Like, he beat Volkov in a split decision. Uh,
That one was controversial too.
it was. So, like, that's what, like, this. So what I'm trying to say is like this division has been wide open outside of Aspinall and John Jones, and Gon hasn't been able to do it against either of them. Now Pieta going up to heavyweight. Obviously, he's been a light heavyweight guy before. So can he survive at the higher weight? He has the body frame to do it, I think. So all of that rambling to say, look out for a Pieta money line pick and a lock this week because I think Chama is severely undervalued in this fight.
I mean, I'm so torn here because anytime you can get Alex Pereira as a small dog, you got to jump on that shit. But so this video service, again, don't know how much truth is. Like, obviously, video is video, so you can see it, but don't know how much truth there is behind it. He was sparring with Taliesin Teixeira and looked pretty slow in that sparring match, which it leads people to wonder, oh, is he going to be quick enough to handle some of these shots that Gon's going to be throwing? And to be honest, excuse me, I think if people knew that, it'd be a lot more. I mean, we're not going to know till fight night, right? If people knew, then there'd be a way heavier betting discrepancy, but it's not. And again, Gon 3-1-1 in his last 5, and the one stoppage was because he poked. He did the Three Stooges, and Tom Aspinall right in the eye, and he couldn't see. I was pissed. He was pissed. Tom was pissed. Everybody was upset leaving that one. And yeah, everybody wants to, like, I don't necessarily love Cyril Gahn. He's a Frenchman, whatever. I think he's a little soft, but he is 13-2. And much like I said about Zahibi, 14-2, 14-2, 13-2. You gotta respect it. I mean, he lost to what, John Jones, and I don't even know who else he lost to, but when one of your only losses is to John Jones, granted, Alex Pereira is one of his only losses to Izzy and Ankalaev. And
Ankalaev.
Like, I don't know. My brain says pick Cyril Gahn, but my heart says Chama. So I think I'm going to just go Alex Pereira on this one. I don't know. I don't feel great about it. It's really truly a coin flip because Cyril Gahn did look phenomenal against that fight. I think he was going to win if he didn't poke Aspinall in the eye. I really thought he was probably going to win either by decision or something else. But I don't know. We'll see if he can keep that momentum going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my last thing on this one is I think Pieta has fought in like 6 straight title fights or something. It's been crazy. Right? Like he has just been a UFC champion. So that combined with obviously Cyril Gahn has fought for the belt before. So I'm not trying to diminish that, but like you just have a guy who's been there, done that versus a guy who's trying to get up there. I don't see why like I could be blind here. I am a big Pieta fan too, but I don't see why there's not like an additional like value on Pieta being a champ before. Like the line doesn't make sense to me personally. I think God totally has a chance in this fight. I'm not trying to diminish that because like Sean said, he did look really good against Aspinall. But just the line here is very confusing to me. Like I expect it to be more like Pieta like minus 140 or minus 130. I don't think it's supposed to be like huge, but it just seems like there's some value, a little cheddar, just hanging out there for the mouse to come get on Pieta.
Yeah. Beck, anything on this one?
No.
This one's a belt.
All right. Well, let's move on to the final fight of UFC Freedom 250. It's a title fight. It's the unification fight for the lightweight undisputed title of the world. I can't wait to see Bruce Buffer drop the it's time on the White House lawn. Ilia Topuria, the just El Matador, undefeated, just badass motherfucker against Justin Gaethje, and I'm depressed about this fight. I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. I want Gaethje to win so bad, like so bad. He's not gonna win this fight. Topuria is just built different. It's gonna be. I mean, a tear is gonna come out of my eye, guaranteed. Seeing Gaethje just fucking slept.
Gotta get video recording of that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to mentally prepare for it because I know it's coming. I don't think
I don't
there's
know
a
you like
path.
Justin Gaethje that much.
I mean, Gaethje is. I've always loved Gaethje. I picked him over Patty back in
Got that right.
January. So I mean,
Yeah.
I do enjoy Gaethje. Uh, I don't know. I don't love the optics of this being America's UFC main event, and we're just throwing our American out there to get fucking like just devoured by a wolf. Um, Granted, this fight needs to happen because Gaethje is the interim um, lightweight champion after Topuria was dealing with some outside the ring thing or outside the octagon things. But I
Took
don't
the kids,
love
Justin. She took the kids.
I don't love that this has to be the main event in the evening, and the last thought of the UFC Freedom 250 is just going to be Justin Gaethje just laying prone.
So, so I've been talking about this shit for months. I mean, the rose emoji Instagram message that Taporia sent out, where it's like, I never like to embarrass anyone, Justin. It'll be quick. You'll look up and you'll wonder what happened or something. And even what I sent you guys, either last week or a couple weeks ago, where he's Taporia is in a church, right? And he's dressed in all black or a black suit, and he's putting a flower next to like a memorial picture next to other fighters that he's fucked up. Whether it was Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway, which again, both two that have beaten Justin Gaethje at the respective weight classes, but so he's already putting a white rose next to it, just symbolizing, oh yeah, I've got it. Which again, very cocky move. Hope you get it done, otherwise it's not going to look great. And Taporia, I mean, he hasn't fought in the last year, and he's been going through some divorce shit. And again, she took the kids, Justin. She took the. I have nothing. I have nothing but the belt. So that's a really unfair position to have Justin Gaethje fight at, because he's fought some questionable ones where people didn't have a whole lot going into the fight. And is it feeding time?
She gets canned food now.
And that's a mean tease. And
She doesn't
that's so
react to it.
mean.
She only reacts to like the food hitting the
She
bowl.
can't feeding the cat.
Dude, she does not react to food Graham come here. She doesn't react to that. She only reacts to the food hitting the bowl, making the metallic clanking sound.
Oh my god.
She's chilling.
Anyway,
out in her little
it's
tent.
it's the first fight moving up a weight class. First fight post divorce. I'm looking for a lot of aggression to come out in this fight. And I mean, Justin Gaethje, he's a phenomenal fighter. Don't get me wrong. I love Justin Gaethje. He's 4-1 in his last 5, and his last loss was a TKO to Holloway in 2024. Otherwise, like, he's beaten the likes of like Fiziev twice, but those came via decision. He beat the shit out of Paddy Pimblett. Heart of a champ, obviously, nobody's questioning that. But again, so this is where I said it, where I was alluding to it before off air. Pinky and the Brain, a old cartoon where it's this mastermind and this just hired muscle, like, okay, boss, I'll get him, boss. And one of our friends, shout out Mitch, and I were drunk at one of the Justin Gaethje fights. I believe it was Paddy Pimblett, and we were like, God, there is not a thought behind those beautiful set of eyes, is there? And Gaethje's really dumb. Gaethje's really fucking dumb. And I mean, this is coming from the man that, with great quotes of, one man can hold you down, 2 men can rape you, and somebody somebody asking him something along the lines. I literally just watched this video last night, and it made me die. I was just cackling, laughing at the thought of it. Where it was like an interview, and it's like talking about Ilya versus going against Ilya Taporia, and he's like, "Yeah, Ilya says he's ready, like coming back, like mentally from the divorce." And Justin Gaethje's like, "Yeah, you better be ready. We're fighting in June." Like, yeah, obviously, no shit, dude. So yeah, I mean, CTE Gaethje versus Ilya Taporia. I don't think it's gonna be fucking close. I love Justin Gaethje. He'd fuck me up on the street, no problem. But I love Justin Gaethje. Unfortunately, Ilya by knockout is the move here.
All right, Nick, one last opportunity. Any thoughts on the final title fight, the lightweight unification fight at UFC Freedom 250?
Sean saying Justin Gaethje could fuck him up on the streets reminded me of a tweet of this one guy giving this UFC fight. I forget the UFC fighter, but just ribbing him online, calling him dog shit and all this other stuff. The UFC fighter replies and be like, "You wouldn't say that to my face, would you?" And the guy replied back saying, "No, I wouldn't. You'd kick my ass." That's why I'm saying it on Twitter.
Yeah, no, and I love Justin Gaethje. There's just not a thought behind those beautiful eyes of his, and that's about as far as I'll take it.
Yeah, I have nothing else to add here, but it'll be fun.
He's pinky. He's pinky. He needs a brain, and then he's all right. He's gonna be champ. If not, it's the Porius.
That's why you have a coach. Coach is the brain. He's the brawn.
Well, I don't know. He's got to have a really good coach.
All right, let's move on to our casino gambling strategies for this weekend. Now, Sean did bring up earlier in the episode that it is his bachelor party this weekend. Luckily, we will have multiple casinos where we are going for the bachelor party. So, if
my brother gets kicked out of one, we move to the next.
I was going to say when we take all the money from one, we can move to the next.
That's true.
What if I'm hot at one? What if I'm on the fucking craps table? And we're rolling hot. Like I'm not
we
moving.
ain't fucking leaving.
I ain't moving.
If you're on a heater and Ryan says something dumb, then Ryan and a select party will go to the next one.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, do we want to share any of our casino gambling tips with any of the listeners, or
I mean,
anything?
typically, again, it's red until it's not. That's my biggest thing.
And then it's
green. My biggest thing. Nick, you are it's seldomly green, but Nick, you are a aficionado in craps. So do you want to tell any of the listeners, by chance we get one because we name it a different thing, and we maybe get a UFC fan that likes gambling in here. So who knows?
Dude, craps is high key the most fun casino game there is. There's so many different bets. If you have never played craps and I'm just about to talk about craps, please do yourself a favor right now. Google a craps table and just follow along with what I'm about to say. It'll make a lot more sense. So there is a thing called the pass line, which you always like. My strategy is I start off with $10 on the pass line, right? And I've never actually played like where I have to roll the dice for craps. Okay, so I don't have any dice. I don't have any dice rolling techniques or anything like that. It's either been bubble craps or essentially just bubble craps, right? So I haven't been to a big boy casino to do all that. But I like to bet the pass line. So if you roll a 7 or 11, you just win. You win, twice your money back. If it's a 2 or 12, you lose. 2, 3, or 12, you lose. Okay, that sucks. Once you bet the pass line, you want to put as much money on the odds as possible. So what betting the odds is you are saying that after the first roll, okay, the first roll goes, and it rolls a 6. Okay, so if the dealer rolls a second 6, you win. Okay, what the odds does is it amplifies how much money you will win if the 6 is rolled. Okay, which is like the main game of craps. You lose once the 7's rolled, and 7's the most probable number to be rolled. I think the 7 is like a 34% chance to roll on almost any single given time, it's like a 34% chance, but obviously
It's
heaters.
bullshit.
Yeah. So you want to put as much money on the odds as possible. The more money you can put on odds, actually, the more likely it is craps becomes like a 50-50 game. Instead of like the game being more towards the books winning, more towards the casino winning, if you can load up the odds with like $50, so you have $10 on the pass and $50 on odds, you will have craps being much more in your favor than any other game out there. And then I also just put I buy on the 4 and the 10. Okay. So if the pass is like on a 4 or the 10, I just move in around. I never double down on buying the 4 or the 10 if that's what craps is. I love it. It's a fun game. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, simple. So literally, I just put as much money on the odds. I put money on the pass line, as much money as I can on the odds, put money on the 4 and the 10, and fucking ride it, baby. Sometime, don't ever do the single bets. That's just a surefire way to lose money. Also, don't go to the slot machines unless if you're feeling really lucky and you think that you can win, a couple $1,000s. Odds are you're not going to win a couple $1,000s though. So that's what I got. I love craps. Craps is a fun game. When you're with the right people and you're with people and you're winning and you're the one rolling the dice and you're the one winning it for them, people are fucking ecstatic. Okay, it's a good time. I love it. Do you have anything, Mr. Bear?
I try to play craps. It's still a little too advanced for me. I do love bubble craps though. But I've actually found the latest game I've been addicted to is Ultimate Texas Hold'em,
Buffalo.
not the Buffaloes. But yeah, it's basically like just Texas Hold'em, you versus the dealer. The problem is it says it's a $10 minimum bet, but the way you got to bet the game is you got to bet 10 and then another 10
Zebra.
and then another 10. So really you got to 3x whatever the table min is. So the problem is you can get hands quickly that are in like the realm of like $60 for just one hand. So if you win those, things go well for you. If you lose those, you lose money quick. But I've been enjoying Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and then I mean down to my core, I'm a blackjack guy. I always win at blackjack, especially when I go all in on the Discord blackjack. I always win. So yeah, no, I guess I'm just a table game kind of guy. I hate slots. I hate random number generators deciding if I win money or not. So that yeah.
That's all a casino is, though. It's kind of RNG.
You got a couple numbers to give the listeners if they want to hit the roulette table.
Roulette.
27.
Oh yeah, roulette. It's red. It's the year you graduated / getting married / birthday. And just sprinkle that shit around. If you hit a number, 35-1, pretty good payout. 5-1, it gets you.
You can do the same
It's
thing.
a nice chunk of change.
You can do the same thing on craps. You can do a single bet for if it's either it's 30-1 odds. At least at my casino, this changes 30-1, which isn't good. You want it more to being like 36, But on the 2 and the 12, you can place a single bet for it to either roll or 2 or 12, and you win 30x, which is kind of cool. One time I put $1 down, and I got $30 back for it. So I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Can't wait to implore all these casino strategies with you boys next week.
Dude, I'm so excited to go to the casino. I've been
Bring your monies.
I've been
Likewise.
fiending for it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. How early you want to go one of these days? Just let me know. I'll be up.
Let's move on to something that is basically a casino, but is slightly less fun. Our dogs. It's been a couple weeks now since we had a dog barking. I kind of got fucked last week. I said Aaron Judge to hit a home run on June 2nd. on June 2nd, or I think it was on June 2nd, it came out that he has a stress fracture in his rib and he's likely out till August. So that was good timing. I think I did see though that Jazz Chisholm like borrowed his bat and then hit a home run again with it. So I kind of think that means the home run was there and the bat ready to come out. Like, and then
It was there all along.
right. So kind of got fucked there. So unfortunately, never got to see Judge leave the yard. Sean picked Xander Schauffele to finish top 5 at the Memorial. Sean, do you know where Xander Schauffele finished?
Yep. Tied with our boy Rory at 12th at 4 under.
So he
Gotcha.
was right, kind of there, but not really.
Yeah, he was about 6 strokes under. 6 strokes behind.
That's all I
Not
need.
a great
I'm
place
good.
to be.
Staying in the golf world, next week, or is that next week? Fuck. I have a dog. I thought that was next week, but that's 2 weeks. Never mind. We're not staying in the golf world.
Bring it open. There you go.
All right, we're gonna go to the soccer world.
Doing the Lord's work moving that shit around, though. That was nice.
Nope. I thought the U.S. Open was this coming week, but it turns out it is actually 2 weeks from now. So I have a dog locked and loaded for the U.S. Open. But before we get there, the World Cup is kicking off this week in the footy world, and I'm gonna take USA and Paraguay on Friday night to be a draw at plus 245. I don't know, the USA team and their friendlies before the tournament against like Nigeria, Albania, whoever it was. I mean, I shouldn't just throw countries out, I guess, but didn't look great. And then they lost to Germany. I don't think they're going to lose, but I could see a draw between USA and Paraguay at plus 245.
Yeah, American soccer has sucked for
Ever.
I mean, since I've been around for almost 3 decades now, and I believe like people used to argue with me about it. How we're coming. Where are we? We ain't there. We didn't come. That's for sure. So I don't know. The U.S. probably not great. I mean, I wouldn't look for us to make the round of 16. If we can bet against that, absolutely take that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
You do not have any. Spoke
Nick?
too soon.
I got one dog. Wemby is going to put the team on his back, though, and he's going to hit 4 or more 3-point shots in this next game, okay? And that is plus 358. He needs to come out fucking swanging. And what's the best shot in basketball? The free throw. No, it's the 3-pointer, baby. All right, he's going to come out there looking like Steph Curry, and we're going to win some fucking money, okay? So, give me
Love
Wemby
that.
for 4 3-pointers or more.
All right.
Seen?
All right. I'm trying to find the. There we go. All right. So, first one we got Derek Lewis money line not money line parlay, just Derek Lewis to win straight up plus 320. No money line parlaying needed. And yeah, as long as it doesn't make it out of the first round, I love Derek Lewis's chances. I think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to say. All right. I don't know what was lost and what wasn't. So Derek Lewis, I was rambling. Derek Lewis money line plus 320. That'll feed families. Don't worry. Should get it done. And the next one is contingent at any point Friday of this coming week. I believe it's the 12th, all the way through the 14th of that week, which would be the Sunday. NL Central parlay. Basically, what that's going to be, that's the best division in baseball. Still, it's awesome. You bet the Brewers, the Pirates, the Reds, the Cardinals, the Cubs. That's 5 teams. You bet them all to win whoever their respective opponent is because neither of them are playing each other. That should pay out roughly 25-1. Any point this weekend. If it doesn't hit on Friday, do it again on Saturday. Doesn't do it on Saturday, do it on Sunday. Doesn't do it on Sunday, then put it in red.
Love that. All right. Anything else we should cover before we go into our weekly locks?
That's all I got. You can even do the martingale. He got three opportunities for this bitch to go right.
All right, Nick. Since you went 3-1 last week, what do you see going right this week for locks?
So we're going back to puck. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes money line. That's at minus 115. I think that's pretty good value for what we got. It being 1-2, I do think the Hurricanes will come back and definitely will be trying to get that momentum back on their side. So this game's pretty imperative for them to win. We're going back to the over as well. So 5.5 points. We're going for the over at minus 135. And then the WNBA, okay? This one's a little bit fun. We had a WNBA bet last week. I think I haven't lost a WNBA bet in my life, okay? That, as I say, as I'm about to lose this one. But every time I bet WNBA, I've won, which has only been like less than 10 times. But the race to 10 points for in quarter 3 for the Atlanta Dream. Here's the reasoning for that. They usually come out pretty hot, and Angel Reese is very good at rebounding. Okay, that's what she does. Usually, from what I've seen, their shot charts show that they shoot a little bit better, but also they're more aggressive on the bounding after the half. So Angel Reese has a nice little spike in rebounds after halftime, which leads me to believe that the Atlanta Dream, with those offensive and defensive rebounds, will be able to put up 10 points first before her Angel Reese's former team, the Chicago Sky. Yeah. No. Well, what fucking team was Reese on before? Was she on the Sky?
Chicago.
She was on the Sky.
Sky, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So she was, yeah. So she's playing the Chicago Sky, and I think that's another reason why she's going to want to lay her fucking woman nuts on their forehead and get as many bounds as she can. And then we're doubling down on the Hurricanes money line. So that's all I got. I got 3 puck and 1 WNBA, baby.
Some would argue 2 puck and 1 WNBA.
And I would say that's fair.
Neither here nor there. Sean, we both went 2-2. Do you want to go, or do you want to be the last one? Do you want to bat clean up for us?
Yeah, I can go first, I guess here. So, there'll be a little bit of rambling on my part.
Better not be
First
more than
one that
20 minutes. This pre-workout I'm about to drink is gonna kick my ass.
Oh, you'll be fine. Chill the fuck out. We'll go NBA here. We got NBA Finals. So some of the most lethal players in an NBA Finals game. I mean, you can think of Michael Jordan, right? You can think of Steph Curry. You can think of LeBron James, Kobe Bryant,
Kevin Durant.
And yeah, I mean, you could say Kevin Durant for the those Golden State Warriors runs. Hell, you could say Giannis. But the most dominant player in the NBA so far that I've seen is Pride Month, Karl Anthony Towns. The dude, the zestiest player in the league still, is showing up when it matters in June. Averaging about 20 points in the 20 points in the finals. You're talking 12, 13 rebounds a game, 4 assists as a big man? Are you kidding me? So, get the fuck out of here. Big Purr, give me that 11 plus rebounds at minus nice minus 150.
You mind if I jump in here real quick?
Go for it.
As an NFL fan, I'm just happy that Pride Month is not in January. Otherwise, crying Caleb Williams might actually have a shot at winning a Super Bowl. Or, February, technically. But I'm just glad.
I had no idea where that was going. I'm glad that it didn't get too far.
Same.
All right, good. Eventually, we may... believe it or not, we could be monetized at some point in our life, and that would be tragic if that.
All the old videos are getting deleted.
Anyway, the point is, we love Karl Anthony Towns. He's been an absolute force. And give me Cat 11 boards. Next one, we got Padres money line. This is going to be for tomorrow, June 8th, Monday, June 8th, 2026, at minus 136. both the Reds and the Padres are going to be coming in at 2-8 in their last 10. Something's got to give here, so give me the Padres to get that done. Next one, we have a little parlay, three-fighter parlay for UFC. We got Bo Nickel, Sean O'Malley, and Ilya Taporia to get it all done. Very high odds at -116. I don't love it because one thing goes wrong and the whole thing goes kaput, but hopefully it doesn't. And then, excuse me, for the parlay of the week on my end, we're going to go Lopez Garcia over 1.5 rounds at -125. This one I do feel comfortable enough betting on. If Garcia could get Lopez, but I think Lopez is too quick. Lopez is going to be taken to the ground. This thing's going to get muddy, and it's at least making it out of the second round. So give me that one to go. Rogan, on to you.
All right. Well, talking about getting into the second round, I'm going to take Tapuria Gaethje over 1.5 -130. Listen, Sean was talking about how Gaethje, what's going on up top. Probably not a whole lot, right? But he took some shots. Like Patty kind of hit him pretty good a few times, and Gaethje just keeps going.
Got a thought behind those beautiful eyes.
Right. So again, there's going to be a tear that comes out of my eye when Gaethje eventually hits the mat, but I think there is a decent chance that this fight goes longer than Tapuria's maybe used to going, which is obviously pretty short. So I am hoping we can get to the 2-minute and 30-second mark in the second round, and we cash this thing. Next one, I'm going back to the World Cup. I'm a little disappointed in both you guys that we have such a major sporting event that brings the whole world together, like the World Cup being hosted in the United States of America, and nobody else bets it to kick it off besides me. But
I'll be betting it. I just won't be locking it.
I digress. I am a big footy guy. I am going to lock Argentina and Mexico to both win their first games at +104. I forget who they're playing, but the two teams that they're playing are not good. Mexico is also hosting this World Cup along with the USA and Canada, so they're giving Mexico just a free win to start off with, and Argentina is the defending champs.
Oh, Cum is hosting it. You got Canada, United States, Mexico. Gotcha.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah, just abbreviate as Cum, please.
Yep. So, anyways, this being basically like whatever you want to bet, you get back. Seems like it's printing free money. It might not be. But I think it's going to be. So Argentina, Mexico, basically at getting you back whatever you bet on it. Next one, Knicks money line in Game 3. How can you not be romantic about the New York Knicks, right? I mean, they're just kind of plowing through everybody. And I don't know. I don't see how the Spurs travel to Madison Square Garden and get this thing done. So Knicks money line seems like a lock. And then the parlay of the week, I teased it before. Alex Pieta money line -105. There is insane value here. Cyril Gahn is a good fighter, but he's not at the level of Alex Pieta. So give me Pieta money line -105. So if you combine Pieta money line, Hurricanes money line, and Lopez Garcia over 1.5, you're going to get a parlay of the week that's just over +550. So, man, after this great week of sports, it's going to be glorious to come back next week and see all the money that we're cashing with these locks and the parlay of the week.
It'll be a good time.
All right, I'm kind of out of breath after rambling there. Is there anything we want to cover that we have not covered so far?
No, it's just going to be an awesome weekend of betting sports, hanging out with the fellas, as Butterscotch would say from South Park. So
it'll be a good weekend.
It's going to be a great time.
Yep.
It'll be a great time.
Yep, these are the weekends you look forward to for sure. All right, well, that's the card for this week. Some bets will cash, some will turn into regrets. But either way, we ride. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll be back breaking it all down. Bet smart, and if it misses, take the shot.
Woo.
Goodbye.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
See ya.